I'm just imagining right now Kyle Lowry guarding Jamal Murray and just getting shit cooked so bad.
Oh, no, man. Hey, I may sound bitter, but man, I've got the Nuggets in the sweep. I am calling this is 4-0. 4-0.
I mean, you are wearing the hoodie, the chain. This seems very bitter. Man, I got him sweeping him.
It's maybe all emotion, all raw emotion.
I think it is all emotion.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
We're coming back tonight. We're going to tie it up 2-2, go back to Golden State, then 3-2, and then we're going to control the series.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derek Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
And who are we?
With Pick'em Pros.
We are the Pick'em Pros coming back at you in the house Tuesday, May 30th, 2023. Coming at you after a great Memorial Day weekend. Man, after that Game 7 between the Boston Celtics and Miami Heat. We had that last night. We've got the NBA Finals. We finally know who's playing each other in the NBA Finals. So we got a lot going on, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just feel kind of more bad for you because the team that you've been kind of bandwagoning and riding with and saying they're done and saying they're not done and just a bunch of weird bandwagon stuff. And then you said initially they're going to win. Then after they went down 2-0, you said they were done. And then before Game 7, you had them back. So, yeah. So I want to know where you are at right now.
I should have stuck with it. They were done. They pulled me back in and gave me hope after that tip in when I knew better. I've been on an emotional roller coaster with the Boston Celtics, which is why I'm now wearing Celtic gear, even though they are eliminated. And we're going to talk about the Nuggets and the Heat as they are the NBA Finals teams. But I figured as a shout out and an ode to the Celtics, the team that over the last 2 years now, I've kind of fallen in with I've made them one of my teams, which that's a whole nother debate. Can you have more than one team?
One of your teams.
Yeah, the people that watch our show are telling us, no, you cannot have more than one main team. But hey, you know what? I gotta be me. I gotta do me like Westbrook, and I've got two teams. But that's a whole nother subject there. But yeah, man, it's rough. I'm wearing this one last time, and then that's gonna be it. Kind of drowning in my sorrow here. I was fully prepared because after Game 2, I knew the way the Celtics were going. And like I said, they hadn't fully even recovered from last year. And their style of play is broken. But since they were able to miraculously win Game 6, and I knew they have the home crowd, which they did. The crowd was amazing. I said, hey, I'm going to, emotionally jump back in. And they tore my heart out of my chest. But about a week or so ago, when I felt that it was going to be the Nuggets in Miami, man, I started to get my gear. I was getting ready so I could have show gear. All right. And I had a piece that I was supposed to wear today, but I emotionally can't even wear this yet because I'm just not ready to wear it, man. But got this Nuggets shirt here. 75 year.
75? It was last year.
It was ridiculous.
It was last year.
so I could surprise you with it on the show as I made my pick, and I can't even wear it because I'm just emotionally not even here yet. You see, I'm drenched in Boston Celtic gear.
Okay, well, I'm kind of confused now. So that's what I gotta say.
I know, very, very confusing. For those of you that are watching this for the first time, you're like, who are these guys? Why is this fool wearing Boston gear and he's holding up the Nuggets? So we're father-son dynamic duo coming at you from North Carolina, which is where we reside. Shout out to Zaxby's of Clayton, North Carolina, our sponsor for this and many episodes, Pick 'em Pros, where we talk about all the games and pick the majority of the hot games that are happening. So we are going to make our official picks for the NBA Finals, and we'll dive into that. But before we do that, man, let's talk about Game 7, Celtics Heat. Again, we both picked the Celtics, and then we see what happened, man. What's your take on the series?
Yeah, well, I appreciate that the Celtics came back in the series, got us a couple games entertainment-wise, but not really surprised that the Heat got the series after they went up 3-0. Not really shocked, but Celtics put up a good fight. A lot of the guys were hurt. Tatum got injured and rolled his ankle in the first drive of the game, and then Jaylen Brown was dealing with injuries. Malcolm Brogdon also had to miss a game. So, just an interesting series for the Celtics. But congrats to the Heat for going to the finals again. So
they did their thing, going back again, beat the Celtics 2 out of the last 3 times in the Eastern Conference Finals. Jimmy Buckets has been, amazing, which we're going to talk about if he should have been the MVP of conference finals. So we'll definitely get into that. But Jimmy Buckets definitely deserves his praise. So yeah, man, the Heat did it again. Heat culture is alive and well. They avoided being a part of history on the wrong side. So big shout out to them. And now, they, after 2 days rest, have to go into that high altitude and deal with Denver. Denver's got a long layoff, and we'll go into more of the details of that series, but we'll see how that unfolds, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But let's talk about a little more of what happened with the Heat and the Celtics before we move on, man. So Tatum and Brown. Tatum and Brown. Should they keep them together, or should they break it up? What's your take on it?
Yeah, I definitely think that they should keep them. I don't think that this one series is reason to break them up. Lots of teams takes them years and years and years and years to get a duo like this one. So I think that they got to take advantage of it, not break it up. Because I think they have a really good team. They have a really good locker room. They all just they all just ride as a team, ride or die for each other. So which I think is what a team should have. So it was disappointing into the season, and they had a rookie head coach, so he had to learn some things, and so those is a lot of different things that went on this year. So I think they should stick with the same core.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, the only bad thing is that they are so similar. It's hard to have a duo that's that similar and they both be max guys. But I'm with you. I'd probably keep it together, but they certainly have to make some changes. Smart, I don't think Marcus Smart can be the starting point guard for the team. We know he's not truly a point gritty player. I love Smart. He loves being there. I think he's great for the locker room. So I love all that he brings. But I just don't think you can have him as your starting guard. Now, will he go to the bench? I think he was on the bench earlier a few years ago, and they tried some other point guards. But I just don't think you can have him as the starting point guard. I think Derrick White was the best point this year. I think you'd have to slide him in that position or pull someone in. But I'd be fine with Derrick White. I love his tenacity. I love his defense. He's been there. He's clearly a great locker room guy. Think they need to make that shift. The coaching situation, I don't know. Back and forth on Missoula.
Yeah.
Learning on the job, made some good moves, made some bad moves. But I think in essence, the main move I would make would be to put Smart on the bench. I think you've got to do that. And then some of the key players like Horford, he's getting older. Been playing amazing, but at some point he's going to tail off. But to answer the question of Tatum and Brown, do we keep them together? I'd probably keep them together at least another year. I mean, unless you get just, an offer you can't refuse. I wouldn't trade him for who's the guard that we keep hearing about?
Dame?
Dame. I would not do that. I certainly wouldn't do that. I mean, Dame is older. He gets hurt a lot. I definitely wouldn't get rid of him for Dame.
Yeah.
But, maybe if there's some other star that you can get for him, possibly, but it would have to be a great fit, and it would have to be a totally different position.
Yeah. Yeah, you think it would have to be like a big or a point guard? Or
man, that's so tough. I mean, there's not really many pure point guards in the league right now. I think
just try and get the best player you can.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a big guy. I mean, Robert Williams is great the minutes that he plays, but he clearly is not a high minutes guy. So the role that they're going to play him, that's limited. Horford would be great coming off the bench. He can hit the three, give you some solid minutes. But only way I let Brown go is for like some type of big. But
you mean like a Joel Embiid?
Well, yeah, but you're not going to get Joel Embiid for him, like that. Or power forward, but just a different type of position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because him and Tatum are so similar.
Yeah. And I just honestly don't know. I'd have to think about it, dude, but I just don't know who that would be. And if that team had that player would be willing to give it up. So,
yeah, it would be interesting. Yeah, I like to see Derrick White at the point guard.
Yeah.
I mean, and they do start him, but that's the funny thing. They start him, but Smart's up there being the point guard. Then you got Tatum bringing the ball up the court, going dribble behind the back and all that stuff. So, then even Brogdon, they got some. They have options.
Yeah,
so they just need to utilize them more.
And hopefully Gallinari can come back from his injury and give them big minutes. He would have been such a big piece, and they clearly, needed shooting. Although they're all capable of getting hot and making the shots, but he was just going to be such a great fit. So hopefully
they could have had a good 9-10 playoff man rotation, which would have been really good for Brown and Tatum to give them a couple minutes of rest. So
yeah. But they have to fix their style of play. I think the style of play is the biggest fix that they have to make for sure. All right, well let's move on, man, to our next topic. I want to talk about Caleb Martin. Did he get robbed of the Eastern Conference MVP? And then we've got to go into the NBA Finals and make our official picks here. So again, thanks for watching us. Subscribe if you have not already, and continue to build to what we've got going on here. All right. So with Caleb Martin, man, should he Jimmy Butler obviously won MVP. Did the media get it right, or should it have been Caleb Martin?
Now, I do think that Caleb Martin got robbed here. And he should have won this Eastern Conference Finals MVP because in Game 7, he put up another 26-10 performance, by him being undrafted. I mean, that's also a whole nother level of impressiveness. But he's been doing this all series, getting 20+, 10 rebounds, and just hitting his threes, while Jimmy Butler has been really up and down. And then now I think since they won Game 7, it's kind of covered up the things that he's hasn't done the best at this year. He's in games 4, 5, and 6, even Game 3, he wasn't himself.
Yeah.
So he showed up in Game 7 and at sort of the end of Game 6 and the first 2 games. But those games when Boston was making a charge, he was just kind of he wasn't the same. And Caleb Martin was just consistent the whole way, so I think he should have got it.
Yeah. I 100% agree, man. He was huge clearly yesterday, but then throughout every game this series, he's been phenomenal. Without him getting hot like he did, it could have been a different outcome. Yeah, I think he totally got robbed. I think it was a reputation deal there, and he should have received that Larry Bird trophy. So I hate he didn't get that. But as they were saying on the telecast last night, he's made himself a lot of money.
Yes.
The way he's playing. So I think he will be all right overall.
Yeah, I think now he's only making like $1 million.
Yeah.
And that, since all their players are undrafted, like half their roster, they're saving a lot of money. Right. So, I mean, they still have lots that they could still sign all these guys and still keep the same crew. So,
they definitely need to. He made a lot of money, so we'll see where that what happens there. All right, well, let's get into the NBA Finals, man. It's time to move on and get to the NBA Finals. We have the Denver Nuggets are facing the Miami Heat. It's the moment of truth, man. Tell us who you got, how many games, and why this is your pick.
I got Denver. I got the Denver Nuggets winning the series in 5 games, closing it out at home. And then I have this because I feel like there's going to be a lot of fatigue on the side of the Miami Heat. There's going to be very worn out. Jimmy Butler, we've been seeing signs in against Boston when he was getting tired. So you got him, and then the older cast of players, like their players coming off the bench, Kyle Lowry and Kevin Love. I mean, they're serviceable, but I would say they're kind of slightly overrated, and just getting up there in age. So their depth in their lineup is kind of shaky, and I think they've had a great run. So I think this is where it ends, to a team that's hungry just like they are, but younger and more talented. So yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, man, there was you may get Hero sighting. You may get Tyler Hero coming in and saving the day. So do you think he'll show up, and will that make a difference?
No, because he hasn't played a game since the first game of the first round. So I think he's going to be extremely rusty. And he can't really play defense like the other people can on the Heat. He can really just score, shoot, and hit threes, which is what the players that they've had so far is doing already. Yeah. So I don't think they need him. I think it could possibly even make things worse. So I don't think he's the type of player you need right now.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. The Boston Miami series is being extended, and some of the Heat flaws being exposed, I think, has hurt the Heat going into this series. So Denver, Denver has the rust factor, so they've been out for so long, but they have home court. If they can get through that first half and not get down by so much and keep it close and pull that first game out, I think they'll be off and running. So I am like you. Again, I've got the gear here, not wearing it quite yet. I don't even know if I am gonna wear it, man. I might have to send it.
Do I get some gear?
No, you said you can't get gear. You said you have one main team and you can't get gear.
No, I said you can have a main team, but you can wear gear as long as they're not like playing your team, or they're like an extreme rival.
As long as they're not playing your team, okay.
Now, well, I mean, you can like other players and wear their stuff, but like just to, but they're not your team. So.
Now, shout out to Chad, who commented on the last show. We were asking, can you wear gear for multiple teams to have more than one main team? You chimed in and said, no, you can only have one main team. You cannot have gear from other teams, which I understand and I get it, but I'm not going by that rule. However, the one rule that I do have is that I will not buy championship gear from a team that is not my main team. So that's my one. That is my one rule.
I agree.
That's my
I
one.
agree.
But anyhow, to get to my pick, I think this is an awful matchup for Miami. And I know I've picked against Miami every single round here. I've picked for Denver every single round. But I think this is a bad matchup for Miami. Who in the world is going to stop Joker? I mean,
I know. Bam is going to get so exposed. It's going to kind of be sad.
Yeah.
Because he's had troubles with Robert Williams, extreme troubles with Giannis.
Yes.
So, I mean, this is just going to be.
And I mean, what are they going to do with Murray? I mean, my gosh, when Kyle Lowry comes, Lowry can't get in. They can only put Lowry in when Murray's on the bench. So the couple minutes Murray's on the bench, Miami, that's when you sub Lowry.
I'm just imagining right now Kyle Lowry guarding Jamal Murray and just getting kicked so bad.
So no, man. And, hey, I may sound bitter, but man, I've got the Nuggets in a sweep. I am calling this is 4-0. 4-0.
I mean, you are wearing the hoodie, the chain. This seems very bitter. Man, I got him sweeping him.
It's maybe all emotion, all raw emotion.
I think it is all emotion.
I've got them
the
in
little Celtics. They're about to be broken up too. Yeah, Brown might come to Golden State, man.
But as emotional as that prediction is, I feel very confident in that. The only way I see it going 5 is if Denver is just too rusty and they give up game 1. That's it. That's the only thing I see. So I think this is just an awful matchup for Miami.
Yeah, I do think it's especially for Bam and poor Kyle Lowry, because he's going to probably get no playing time having to deal with Jamal Murray. Gabe Vincent can guard him. Gabe Vincent can handle him. One of their undrafted players, but Lowry, he has no hope. So let's see.
Man. Well, I am looking forward to it. Hey, we continue to have sports here, so we've got to wait till Thursday. This should be dropping. This is Tuesday when we're recording. This will be dropping Wednesday, May 31st. It'll be the day before game 1 of the finals. So I'm excited for that. Then we've got game 2 on Sunday, June 4th. So we will record our next show. We'll record it on Friday, the day after game 1, and we'll get that out on Saturday. So we'll have analysis of game 1 as we continue to watch the NBA finals. And man, before we know it, it's going to be football time. So we do cover football.
In my fantasy football list.
Yeah, we'll be giving all the rankings pretty soon of the receivers, quarterbacks, running backs. You can check out some of our old stuff from last year. We'll be covering that. And then we post every single week during the regular season of NFL. So we'll start to get ready for that. And we'll also have Desmond Clark on for much of the season, former tight end of the Chicago Bears. So a lot of fun. So for you football fans, make sure you join us then. All right, man. Well, let's get you to practice. For basketball, let's get on out here, and we'll get ready for game 1. So enjoy each other. Be safe. Enjoy game 1. Until then, pick 'em pros.